Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show, and I'm glad y'all here, and I'm glad you made it. I hope y'all had a great week this week. And okay, well, I did. Okay, now it's been hot out there this week. I don't know what about you all where y'all live, but sure it has here in the 90s. Okay, I'm going to read Gary's poem. Money has spoiled. Money has spoiled everything but poetry. We all need truth. The value of our words is worth who we can't let our freedom of speech and personal feelings be destroyed and distorted by the influence of profit. The truth must be told about our past in order to use these truths to help guide the future of mankind on this earth. The end. Okay. Words, Andy, um, Andrew Scott. He was the host on Reverse. So let me get it in. It's called Bill Grogan's Goat.
Oh, nice.
All right. Noreen, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, it's called Bill Grogan's Goat. You heard that one?
No.
Okay, here we go. Bill Grogan's goat
Bill Grogan's goat
was feeling fine.
was feeling fine.
Ate 3 red shirts
Ate 3 red shirts
right off the line.
right off the line.
Bill got a stick,
Bill got a stick,
gave him a whack,
gave him a whack,
and tied him to
and tied him to
the railroad track.
the railroad track.
The whistle blew,
The whistle blew.
the train grew nigh.
The train grew nigh.
Bill Grogan's goat
Bill Grogan's goat
was doomed to die.
was doomed to die.
He gave 3 coughs
He gave 3 coughs
of mortal pain,
of mortal pain,
coughed up the shirts,
coughed up those shirts,
and flagged the train,
and flagged the train,
and
and
flagged the train. Okay.
And that was Gary and I seen doing the Bill Grogan's Goat. I hope you all enjoyed that. Okay, now Okay. Okay. As y'all know, the past few weeks I've been reading the complete works of William Shakespeare, and I'm still on his first play called Titus Andronicus. I'm still reading the same one, and right now we're on Act 3. We're on Act 3. Okay. Act 3, Scene 1, Rome, 8th Street. Enter judges, senators, and tribunes, with Martius and Quintus bound, passing on in the place of execution. Titus going before, pleading. Titus, hear me, grave fathers, for for pity of mine, for pity of mine age, whose youth was spent in dangerous wars, whilst you securely slept. For all my blood in. I'm sorry, you all bear with me. You all bear with me. My eyes not that good. I'm trying to read best I can, so I bear with me. Okay. For all the frosty nights that I have watched, and for these bitter tears, which now you see, filling to my condemned sons, whose souls are not corrupted as this thought. For 22 sons I never wept, because they died in honor's lofty bed. Lieth down the judges, and pass by him, and exit. For for these tribunes in the dust I write, my heart's deep languor and my soul's sad tears. Let my tears stanch the earth's dry appetite. My son's sweet blood will make it shame and blush. O earth, I will be more with rain that shall distill from these two ancient urns the draught of springtime on thy face. So thou refuse to drink my dear son's blood. Enter Lucius with his sword down, with his sword drawn. O reverend tribunes, O gentle aged men, unbind my sons, reverse the doom of death, and let me say that never wept before. My tears are now prevailing o'er Lucius. O noble father, you lament in vain. The tribunes hear you not. No man is by, and you recount your sorrows to a stone. Titus, Lucius, for thy brothers let me plead. Grave tribunes, once more I entreat of you. Lucius, my no tribune hears you speak. Is no matter, man. If they did hear, they would not mark me, or if they did mark, they would not pity me. Yet plead I must, and it's bootless unto them. Therefore I tell my sorrows to the stones, who, though they cannot answer my distress, yet in some sort they are better than the tribunes, for that they will not intercept my tale. When I do weep, they humbly at my feet. And were they but tired in grey weeds? Rome could afford no tribune like to thee. A stone is soft as wax, tribunes more hard than stones. A stone is silent and offendeth not, and tribunes with their tongues doom men to death. But wherefore standest thou with thy weapon drawn? Um, um, Lucius, to rescue my two brothers from their death, for which attempt the judges have pronounced my everlasting doom of banishment. Titus, O happy man, they have befriended thee. Why, foolish Lucius, thou dost thou not perceive that Rome is but a wilderness of tigers? Tigers must prey, and Rome affords no prey but me and mine. How happy art thou then from these devourers to be banished. But who comes with our brother Marcus here? Okay. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay. Um, uh-oh. Enter Marcus and Lavinia. Marcus, but Titus, prepare thy aged eyes to weep, or if not so, thy noble heart to break. I bring consuming sorrow to thine age. Titus, will it consume me? Let me see it then. And Marcus, this was thy daughter. Titus, why Marcus, so she is. Lucas, ay me, this object kills me. Titus, faint-hearted boy, arise and look upon her. Speak, Lavinia, what accursed hand hath made thee handless in thy father's sight? What fool hath added water to the sea, or brought a faggot to bright burning Troy? My grief was at the height before thou camest, and now like Nilus it disdaineth bounds. Give me a sword, I'll stop up for Rome, and all in vain. And they have nursed this woe in feeding light, in, in, in bootless prayer held up, and they have served me to effectless use. Now all the service I require of them is that the one will help to cut the other. This will, Lavinia, that thou hast no hands, for hands to do Rome service are but vain. Lucas, speak, gentle sister, who hath martyred thee? Marcus, oh, that delightful engine of her thoughts, that blabbed them with such pleasing eloquence, is torn from forth that pretty hollow cage, every nose, enchanting every ear. Lucas, oh, say thou for her, who hath done this deed. Marcus, oh, thus I found her, straying in the park, seeking to hide herself, as doth the deer that hath received some unrecurring wound. Titus, it was my dear, and he that wounded her hath hurt me more than had he killed me dead. For now I stand as one upon a rock, in, environed with a wilderness of sea, who marks the waxing tide grow wave by wave, expecting ever within some environment surge. Will in his British thou swallow him. This way to death, my wrench sons are gone. Here stands my other son, a banished man, and here my brother. Excuse me, you all. Sorry. Okay. Oh, and I apologize. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me, you all. Okay. Oh. Is dear Lavinia feared in my soul? Had I but seen thy picture in this plight, I would have netted me. What shall I do now? I behold thy lively body so. Thou hast no hands to wipe away thy tears, nor tongue to tell me who hath martyred thee. Thy husband, he is dead, and for his death thy brothers are condemned and dead by this. Look, Marcus, O son Lucius, look on her. When I did name her brothers, then fresh tears stood on her cheeks, as doth the honeydew upon a gathered lily almost withered. Marcus, perchance she weeps because they killed her husband. Perchance because she knows him innocent. And Titus, if they did kill thy husband, then be woeful because of my revenge on them. No, no, they would not do so foul a deed. Witness the sorrow that their sister makes. Gentle Lavinia, let me kiss thy lips, or next how I be. Shall thy good uncle and thy brother Labius and thou and I sit around about some fountain, looking all downwards to behold our cheeks, how they are stained as nettles, yet not dry with a flood, and in the fountain shall we gaze so long, till the fresh taste be taken from that clearness, and made a brine pit with our bitter tears? Or shall we cut away our hands like mine? Or shall we bite our tongues and in dumb shows pass the remainder of our hateful days? What shall we do? Let us that have our tongues plus some device of further misery to make it in time to come. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, I'll be right there. Oh, mm, 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 mm. And I'm Lucas. Sweet father, cease your tears, for at your grief, see how my wretched sister sobs and weeps. Marcus, patience, dear niece. Good Titus, dry thine eyes. Titus, Marcus, brother, will I what? Thy napkin cannot drink a tear of mine, for thou, poor man, hast drowned it with thine own. Lucius, my Lavinia, I will wipe thy cheeks. Titus, Mark, I understand her signs. Has she a tongue to speak? Now would she say that to her brother, which I said to thee, his napkin with his true tears all bewet, can do no service on her sorrowful cheeks. Oh, what a sympathy of will is this, as far from hope as limbo is from bliss. Um, 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 Enter Aaron, Tides Andronicus, my lord, the imperior, send thee this word, that if thou love thy want sons, let Marcus, Lucius, or thyself, O Titus, or any one of you, chop off your hand and send it to the king. He for the same will send thee hither both thy sons alive, and that shall be the ransom for their fault. Titus, dear gentle Aaron, did ever raven sing so like a lark that gives sweet tidings of the sun's uprise? With all my heart, I'll send the imperior my hand. Good Aaron, wilt thou help to chop it off? Lucas, stay, father, for that noble hand of thine that hath there thrown down so many enemies shall not be sent. My hand will serve the turn. My youth can better spare my blood than you, and therefore mine shall save my brothers' lives. Marcus, which of your hands hath not defended Rome, and reared aloft the bloody battle ask, riding destruction on the enemy's castle? Oh, none of both are of high desert. My hand hath let it serve to ransom my two nephews from their death. Then have I kept it to a worthy end. Aaron, nay, come, agree whose hand shall go along, for fear they do before their pardon come. Marcus, my hand shall go. Lucas, by heaven, it shall not go. Titus, sirs, strive no more. Such withered herbs as these aren't meet for plucking up, and therefore mine. Lucas, sweet father, if I shall be thought thy son, let me redeem my brothers both from death. Marcus, and for our father's sake and mother's care, now let me show a brother's love to thee. Titus, agree between you, I will spare my hand. Lucas, then I'll go fetch and ask. And Marcus, but I will use it ask. Exit Lucius and Marcus. Titus, come hither, Aaron. I'll deceive them both. Lend me thy hand, and I will give thee mine. Aaron, aside, if that be called deceit, I will be honest, and never will as I live deceive men so. But I'll deceive you in another sort, and that you'll say, here hath an hour passed, cuts off Titus' hands. Okay, um, okay, um, um, okay, good. the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. Okay. Re-enter Lucius and Marcus. Titus. Now stay your strife. What shall be is dispatched. Good Aaron, give his majesty my hand. Tell him it was a hand that warded him from thousand dangers. He bid him bury it, nor hath it merited that let it have. Okay. As for my sons, say I account of them as jewels purchased at an easy price, and yet dear too, because I bought mine own. Aaron, I go, Andronicus, and for thy hand look by and by to have thy sons with thee. Aside, their heads I mean, oh how this villainy doth fat me with the very thoughts of it. Let fools do good, and fair men for grace, and will have his soul black like his face. Titus, oh here I lift this one hand up to heaven, and thou this feeble ruin to this earth. If any power pities rich tears, to that I call, to Labicus. What wilt thou kneel with me? Do then, dear heart, and hear our prayers. With our sides will breathe the welcome dim, and stain the sun with fog, as sometimes clouds, when they do hug him in their melting bosoms. Mark over possibilities, and to thee, is not my sorrow deep, having no bottom? Then be my pageant bottomless within, Marcus. But yet let reason govern thy lament, Titus. If there were reason for these miseries, then into laments could I bind my woes. Whom heaven doth weep, doth not the earth overflow. If the winds rage, doth not the sea was mad, threatening the welkin with his big swollen face. And wilt thou have a reason for this coil? I am the sea. Hark, how her sighs do blow. She is unwelcome, I the earth. Then must my sea's tears become a deluge, not hold her hide her woes. But like a drunkard must I vomit them. Then give me leave, for losers will have leave to ease their stomachs with their big tongues. Enter a messenger. Okay. But enter a okay, hold on. Okay. Um, okay, hold on, you all. Okay. Excuse me, you all. Okay. And um messenger, worthy Andronicus, art thou repaid for that good hand thou sendest the inferior? Here are the heads of thy two noble sons, and here's thy hand, and scorn to thee sent back. Thy griefs their sports, thy resolution mocked. That woe is me to think upon thy woes. more than remembrance of my father's death. And Marcus, now let hot Etna cool in Sicily, and be my heart in ever-burning hell. These miseries are more than may be borne. To weep with them that weep will ease some deal. But sorrow flouted at his double death. Lucas, ah, that this sight should make so deep a wound, and yet detested life not shrink threat. That ever death should let life bear his name, where life hath no more interest but to breathe. Lavinia kisses Titus. Marcus, alas, poor heart, that kiss is a comfortless, as frozen water is a starved snake. Titus, when will this fearful slumber have an end? Marcus, now farewell flattery, bye, and thou dost not slumber. See thy two sons' heads, thy warlike hand, thy mangled daughter here, thy other vanished son, with his dear sigh, struck pale and bloodless in thy brother. I lit even like a stony image, cold and numb. Ah, now no more will I control thy griefs. Bit off thy silver hair. Now rend off thy silver hair, thy other hand, gnawing with thy teeth. And be this dismal sight, the closing up of our most wretched eyes. Now is a time is to storm. Why art thou still, Titus? Ha, ha, ha. Marcus, why dost thou laugh? It fits not with this hour. Titus, why? I have not another tear to shed. Besides, the sorrow is an enemy, and would usurp upon my watery eyes, and make them blind with tributary tears. Then which way shall I find revenge's cave? For these two heads do seem to speak to me, and threaten me. I shall never come to bless, till all these mischiefs be returned again. Threats to do. You heavy people, circle me about, that I may turn me to each one of you, and swear unto my soul to right your wrongs. The vow is made. Come, brother, take a head, and in this hand the other will I bear. Lavinia, thou shalt be employed these arms. Bear thou my hand, sweet wench, between thy teeth. As for thee, boy, go get thee from my sight. Thou art in exile, and thou must not stay. Hie to the Goths, and raise an army there. And if you love me, as I think you do, let's kiss and part, for we have much to do. Exit Titus, Marcus, and Lavinia. And Lucas, farewell, Andronicus, my noble father, the woefulest man that ever lived in Rome. Farewell, proud Rome, till Lucius come again. He leaves his pleasures dearer than his life. Farewell, Lavinia, my noble sister. Oh, would thou live young and hateful griefs. If Lucius live, he will requite your wrongs, and make proud Saturnine by Tark king and his queen. Now I do, and will I to the Goths, and raise a power to be revenged on Rome and Saturnine. Exit. Okay, and scene two. A room in Titus' house, a banquet set out. He entered Titus, Marcus, Labia, and young Lucius, a boy. And Titus, so, now sit and look, you eat no more. Then we'll preserve just so much strength in us. Omit that sorry not. Thy knees and I, poor creatures, want our hands, and cannot paginate on our twofold grief, our tenfold grief, with folded arms. This poor right hand of mine is left to tyrannize upon my breast, who when I then thus I thumped it down to Lavinia, thou map of woe, thou dost that dost thus dost talk in signs, when thy poor heart be ages beating, thou canst not write thus to make it still. The Sion girl, kill it with groans, or get some little knife between thy teeth, and and just against thy heart make thou a hole, that all the tears that thy poor eyes let fall may run into that sink. Salt tears. Marcus. Fie, brother, fie. Teach her not thus to lay such violent hands upon her tender life. Titus. How now? Has that sorrow made thee done already? Why, Marcus, no man should be mad by what wherefore thou urge a name of hands to bid Aeneas tell the tale twice over, how Troy was burnt and he made miserable. O handle not the theme to talk of hands, lest we remember still that we have none. Fie, how frantically I square my talk, as if we should forget we had no hands. If Marcus did not name the word of hands, come, let's fall to, and gentle girl, eat this. Here is no drink. Hark, Marcus, what she says. I can interpret all her modern signs. She says she drinks no other drink but tears, brewed with her sorrow on her cheeks. Speechless complainer, I will learn thy thought. In the dumb action will I be perfect, as begging hermits in their holy prayers. Thou shalt not sigh, nor hold thy stumps to heaven, nor wink, nor nod, nor need, nor make a sign. But I of these will rest in alphabet, lament, make my Aunt Mary with some pleasing tale. Marcus, alas, the tender boy, in passion moved, doth weep to see his grandsire's heaviness. Titus, peace, tender sapling, thou art made of tears, and tears will quickly melt thy life away. Marcus strikes the dish with a knife. What dost thou strike at, Marcus, with thy knife? Marcus, at that I have killed my lord, a fly. Titus, out on thee, murder, thou killest my heart. Mine eyes are cloyed with views of tyranny, a death an innocent becomes not thy brother. Thou art not for my company. Marcus, alas, my lord, I had but killed a fly. Titus, but how, if thou fly had a father and mother, how would he have hanged his slender gilded wings and buzz limiting doings in the air? Poor harmless fly, that with his pretty buzzing melody, come here to make us merry, and thou hast killed him. Marcus, pardon me, sir, it was a black, ill-favored fly, like to the empress more, therefore I killed him. Titus, oh, then pardon me for reprehending thee, for thou hast done a charitable deed. Give me thy knife, I will insult on him, flattering myself as if it were the more, come hither purposely to poison me. There's for thyself, and that's for Tamora. Ah, Sarah, yes, I think we are not brought too low, so low, but that between us we can kill a fly that comes in likeness of a cold black moor. Marcus, alas, poor man, grief has so wrought us. Titus, come take away Lavinia, go with me, all to the closet, and go read with thee sad stories chanced in the times of odd. Come, boy, and go with me. Thy sight is young, and thou shalt read when mine begin to dazzle. Okay, and that was the end of Act 3, and I will read start with Act 4 next week. Okay, 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 okay. Hold on, y'all, for a second. I'll be right there. Um, 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 okay, now I'm going to read Ara by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Okay, and we're on, I think we're still on book 4. Okay, and, okay. I won't finish book 4 today. There's a lot more to go. Okay. Just trust that word. There is none good save God, said Jesus Christ. If he once in the first creation week called creature good forever afterward, the devil only has done it in his hairs. So in the Middle Age, I think they called malignant days and lamps good people. A good Highland, good neighbor, even in this, is fatal sometimes. Cut your morning up to mince meat at the very smallest talk, then helps to sugar her boy, sugar her bohea at night with your reputation. I have known good wives as chaste or real nearly so as Potiphar, and produce a child to better and good friends beside, very good, who hung succinctly around your neck and sucked your breath as cats are bad to do by sleeping infants. And we all have known good good cities, and we all have known good cities who have stamped out poets' hopes good statesmen who pulled ruin on the state, good patriots who for a theory risked a cause, good kings who disemboweled for a tax, good popes who brought all good to jeopardy, good Christians who sate still in easy chairs, and, and the general world for standing up. Now may the good God pardon all good men. How bitterly I speak, how certainly the innocent white milk in us is turned, by much persistence, shining of the sun. Shake up the sweetest in us long enough with men, it drops to foolish curd, too sour to feed the most untender of Christ's lambs. I should have thought a woman of the world like her, I am needing, centered to herself, and isolated self-love and self-will, as a windmill seen at distance, radiating its delicate white bands against the sky, so soft and soundless, simply beautiful. Seen nearer, what a roar and tear it makes, how it grinds and bruises. If she loves at, uh, if she loves if she loves it at last, her love's a readjustment of self-love, no more of another's use, to her one advantage, as a meal one's grain, the fire one's fuel, the very wolf one's prey, and none of these is more unscrupulous than such a charming woman when she loves. She'll not be thwarted by an obstacle so trifling as her soul is, much less yours. Is God a consideration? She loves you, not God. She will not flinch for him indeed. She did not for the marchiousness of Perth, when wanting tickets for the fancy ball. She loves you, sir, with passion to lunacy. She loves you like her diamonds, almost. Well, a month passed, so, and then I was not backward. Um, okay, oh, Saturday night show, and it's an honor to have you here. Um, hello, Emily Davis. Welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here, and hello, Doreen. Um, welcome to the Poetry Club, the Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here, and now I'm going to look. I better look over there on my page. On my page, it don't show up here. It now only shows up if you're on the Poetry Club for some reason. Okay. Could that be Robbie? Okay. Already. Okay. Now it will automatically show up if you're on YouTube. Um. Okay. Oh wow. And okay. And hello, uh, uh, hello, Dickie, aka Richard Huggendobler. That's my brother. Hello, and welcome to the Poetry Club. Um, Club. Hello, Laura Blevins. That's she's my cousin. Hello, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. And it's an honor to have you here. And so is oh and okay. Hello, Emmer. Emmer Azik. Hello. Um, and it's an hello, and it's an honor to have you here, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. Okay, and hello, Jason Horton. Um, and it's an honor to have you here, and okay, welcome to the Poetry Saturday Night Show. Okay, thank you. Okay, because I had to go back and forth now because I don't know what is going on YouTube. It'll show up automatically on the comments. But for some reason, this is the third week where the comments on my page, it don't show up anymore. I don't know why. It don't show up on here on the StreamYard up here, but it does on the Poetry Club. Okay, so I can't figure that out yet. Okay, okay. And thank you all. It is an honor to have you all here. There's so many people today coming here. Thank you. Okay. Let me see where I left off at. Okay. Half St. Giles in Frise was bidden to meet St. James in cloth of gold, and after contract at the altar, passed to eat a marriage feast on the Hempstead Heath. Of course, the people came in, moons uncompelled, lame, blind, and worse, sick, sorrowful, and worse. The humors of the piquant social wound, all pressed out, poured down upon Pimlico, exaggerating the unaccustomed air with hideous interfusion. You suppose a finished generation, dead of plague, swept from their grave into the sun, the moil of death upon them. What a sight! A holiday of miserable men is sadder than a burial day of kings. They clog the streets, they ooze into the church in a dark, slow stream like blood. To see that sight, the noble ladies stood up in their pews, some fell for fear, a few as red for hate, some simply curious, some just insolent, and some in wondering scorn. What next? What next? These crashed their these crushed their delicate rose lips place with broadened hands of perfumed handkerchiefs. Those passed the salt with confidence of ice and simultaneous shiver of more silk, while all the aisles alive and black with heads crawl and swaying slow from right to left, and then from left to right in pants and pauses. What an ugly crest of faces rose upon you everywhere from that crammed mass. You did not usually see faces like them in the open day. They hide in cellars, not to make you mad, as Romney Leah's faces. Oh my God, we call those faces men's and women's, A and children's, babies, hanging like a rag, forgotten on their mother's knees. Poor mouse, wiped clean of mother's milk by mother's blow before they are taught her cursing. Faces? Phew, we'll call them vices, festering to despairs, or sorrows petrifying to vices. A finger touch of God left Columbia out, countenance worn out, as a garment, the will dissolute as the act, the passions loose and dangling in the dirt to trip the foot up at the first free step. Those faces, 'twas as if you had stirred up hell to heave its lowest draped fiends uppermost in fury swirled slime, such strangled fronts, such obdurate jaws were thrown up constantly to twist your race, corrupt your blood, and grind to devilish colors all your dreams. Henceforth, though haply you should drop asleep, by clink of silver waters in a muse on Raphael's mild Madonna of the bird. See. I waked and slept through many nights and days since then, but still that day will catch my breath like a nightmare. There are fabled days instead, indeed, in which the fibrous years have taken root so deeply that they quiver to their tops whenever you stir the dust of such a day. My cousin met me with his eyes in hand, and then, with just a word, that Marian Earl was coming with her bridesmaid presently, made haste to place me by the altar stair, where he and other noble gentlemen and high-born ladies waited for the bride. We waited. It was early. There was time for greeting and the morning's compliment, and gradually a ripple of women's talk arose and fell, and tossed about a spray of English as soft as a silent hush, and not with speeches thrown out by the men. Yes, really, if we need to wait in church, we need to talk there. She, this lady air in blue, not purple, that's a dowager. She looks as young, she flirts as young, you mean. Why, if you had seen her upon Thursday night, you'd call Miss Norris modest. You again? I've walked with you 3 hours up still, scarce time to change one's shoes. I feel as white and sulky as a ghost. So pray don't speak to me, Lord Belliver. Pray don't speak to me, Lord Belcher. No, I'll look at you instead, and it's enough while you have that face. In church, my lord. Bye, bye. There, you stayed for the division. By what devil it is. I'm sorry, I had not promised Mistress Groy. You might have kept your word to Liverpool. Constituents must remember, after all, we're mortal. We remind them of it. Hark, the bride comes. Here she comes in a stream of milk. There, dear, you are asleep still. Don't you know the five Miss Penvilles always dressed in white to show they're ready to be married? Lower. The aunt is at your elbow, seeing this girl of Lady Waldemar told her. No, 'twas Mrs. Brooks. She's pretty. Who? Mrs. Brooks. Lady Waldemar? How lost. Pray let the law pray, isn't it the law today we're not to breathe? You're treading on my shawl. I thank you, sir. They say the bride's a mere child who can't read, but known the things she shouldn't. Well, with wide awake, great eyes, I'd go through fire to look at her. You do, I think. And Lady Watermar, you see her sitting close to Romney Lee. How beautiful she looks, a little flushed. Um, okay, okay. Uh, okay. Um, uh, um, has taken up the girl and methodized Lee's folly. Should I have come here, you suppose? Except she'd asked me, she'd have served him more by marrying him herself. Ah, there she comes, the bride at last. Indeed, no, past 11. She puts off her past petticoat today and puts on the fair manners, so begins by setting us to wait. Yes, yes, this Lee, always odd, is in the blood, I think. His father's uncle's cousin's second son you understand me, and for him, he Stark has turned quiet lunatic upon this modern question of the poor, an excellent subject when you're moderate. You've seen Prince Albert's model lodging house does honor to his Royal Highness. Good. But would he stop his carriage and shake a common fellow by the fist, whose name was Shakespeare? No, we draw a line. And if we stand not by our order, we in England, we fall headlong. Here to see a sight, a most indecent sight. My wife would come, sir, or I had kept her back. By heaven, sir, when none of the court stood by and stared, exactly as today on this of society with pretty troubled faces. Now at last she comes now. Who sees? Where? Who sees? You push me, sir, beyond the point of what is mannerly. You're standing, damn, on my second flounce. I do beseech you. No, it's not the bride. 11:30. How late? The bridegroom, Mark, gets anxious and goes out. And, as I said, these Lees are best blood running in the rut. It's something awful. We had pardoned him a simple misalignment, got up aside for a pair of sky blue eyes. Our House of Lords has winked at such things, and we've all been young. But here's an reasoned out, a contract carried boldly to the light, to Shelman's observation, pioneer, good acts by a great example, twigs the extreme mob, treat us equals, tis anarchical. It means more than it says. It's damnable. Why, sir, we can't have even our coffee good unless we strain it. Here, Miss Lee, Lord Howe, you're Romney's friend. What's all this waiting for? I cannot tell. The bride has lost her head and weighed perhaps to prove her sympathy with the bridegroom. Oh, I approve of nothing in the world, he answered. Not of you, still less of me. even of Romney, though he's worth us both. We're all gone wrong. The tone in us is lost, and we'll swing down back alleys to the moon. We'll never catch it. Let me draw Lord Howe, a born aristocrat, bred radical, and educated socialist, who still goes floating on traditions of his kind across the theoretic flood from France, though like a drenched Noah on a rotten deck, scared safer for his place there. He at last, he at least, ever land on Ararat. He knows commence the world we're in. Indeed, he thinks, said world had better end. He sympathizes rather with the fish outside than with the drowned paired beast within, who cannot couple again or multiply. And that's the sort of Noah he is, Lord Howe. He never could be anything complete, except a loyal, upright gentleman, a liberal landlord, graceful just diner out, an entertainer more than hospitable, when whom others dine with, and forgets the bat hook, forgets the hawk. Whatever he believes, and it is much, but no wise certain, now here and now there, he still has sympathies beyond his creed, diverting him from action in the house. No party counts upon him, while for all his speeches have a noticeable weight. Men, okay, which say to be, which say to lie beside a bishop's chair, at times outreach themselves with jets of fire, at which the foremost of the progressists may warn, and industrious hands in passing by, of stature over tall, lounging for ease, light hair that seems to carry wind in it, and eyes that, when they look on you, will lean their whole weight up in indolence and in wishing you not, if to flinch from him. Lord, how said and Romney, that dear friend of ours, is no wise right. There's one true thing on earth, that's love. He takes as Hamlet did, to show what cruel uncles we have been, and how very should be uneasy in our minds, while he, Prince Hamlet, weds a pretty maid, who keeps us too long waiting, will confess, and by symbol to instruct us formally, to fill the stitches up twixt class and class, and live together in balanced stories. What then? He's mad, our Hamlet. Clap his play and bind him. Oh, Lord, how this physical pose stronger than Dane's visit life with life. Dear heaven, what life? Why, yes, a poet sees, which makes him different from a common man. I too see somewhat, though I cannot sing. Um, I should have been a poet, only that my mother took fright at the ugly world and bore me tongue-tied. If you'll grant me now that Romney gives us a fine actor piece to make us merry on his marriage morn, the fable's worse than Hamlet's all concede. The terrible people, old and poor and blind, their eyes eat out with plague and poverty from seeing beautiful and cheerful sights, were likened to a brutalized King Lear, led out by no means to clear scores with wrongs. His wrongs are so far back he has forgot. Hours passed like youth, but just to witness here a simple contract. He upon his side, Sister Goneril, and all the dappled courtiers and court fools on their side. Not that any of these would say they're sorry neither. What is done is done, and violence is now turned privilege, as cream turns up cheese if buried long enough. What could such lovely ladies have to do with the old man there and those odorous rags, except to keep the wind side of him? Lear is flat and quiet as a decent grave. He does not curse his daughters in the least. These his daughters? Lear is thinking of his in cold. Will the ale be served in pots? Poor Lear, poor daughters. Bravo, Romney's play. A murmur and movement from Drew around. A naked whisper touched us. Something's wrong. What's wrong? The black crowd, as an overstrained, overstrained cord, quivered in vibration, and I saw, was that his face I saw? His Ronnie Lee's, which tossed a sudden horror like a sponge into all eyes, while himself stood wide upon that top-nosed altar stair and tried to speak, and failed, and lifted higher above his head as a man who drowns and gasps. My brothers, bear with me. I am very weak. I meant but only good. Perhaps I meant too proudly, and God snatched the circumstance and changed it therefore. There's no marriage, none. She leaves me, she departs, she disappears. I lose her, yet I never forced her stay to my teeth in manner of an accusation does. Okay, hold on, you all. Okay, excuse me, y'all. Okay, yet I never forced her to have her too, so cat east into my teeth, in manner of an accusation does. My friends, you are dismissed. Go eat and drink according to the program and farewell to the aisle. Then spoke a man. Now look to it, now look to it, Orbis, that all the cubs, that all the beef and drink be not filched from us, like the other fun. For beer split easier than a woman's lost. This gentry is not honest with the poor. They bring us up to go it, Jim. A woman screamed back, I'm a tender soul. I never banged a child at 2 years old and drew blood from him, but I sobbed for it next moment, and I've had a plague of 7. I am tender. I no stomach, even beef. Until I know about the girl that's lost, that's killed mayhap. I did misdoubt at first. The time Lord meant to no good by her or us. He maybe got the upper hand of her by holding up a wedding ring, and then a choking finger on her throat last night, and just a clever tale to keep us still, as she is, poor lost innocent. Disappeared? Who ever disappears except a ghost? And who believes the story of a ghost? I asked, would a girl go off instead of saying to be married? A fine tale? A wicked man? I say a wicked man. For my part, I would rather starve on gin than make my dinner on his beef and beer. At which a cry rose up. We'll have our rights. We'll have the girl. Your ladies there are married safely and smoothly every day, and she shall not drop the trap because she poor and other people's shame. We'll have no tricks played off by gentle like. Through the rage in row, I heard the broken words which Romney flung among the turbulent masses from the ground. He held still with his masterful pale face, as huntsmen throw the ration to the pack, who follow on dog on dog, with the fury rended solid up, with yelling hand-bound jaws, his indignant words, his suppliant words, his most pathetic words were gesture torn in morsels, yelled across, and so devoured from end to end. The church rocked around us like the sea in storm, and then broke up like the earth in earthquake. Men cried out, police, and women stood and shrieked for God, or dropped and swooned, or like a herd of deer, for whom the backwoods suddenly grow alive, unleashing their wild shadows down the wind to hunt the creatures into corners, back and forward, madly fled. Underneath the last sight left to me was Romney's terrible, calm face above the tumult. The last sound was on, especially as men in dreams who vainly interpose twixt gods and their undoing with a cry. I struggled to precipitate myself head foremost to the rescue of my soul in that white face till someone caught me back, and so the world went out. I felt no more. Okay. What followed was told after by Lord Howe, who bore me senseless from the strangling crowd in church and street, and just the tumult as thunder on a roaring fire, and made all silent, while the people smoke past, eddying slowly from the emptied aisles. Okay. And that's it for today. And that's the end. Then I'll read more next Saturday. I'll be continuing. Okay. 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 Now I will be continuing on okay today's one is the Pleiades. Um Pleiades. And Pleiades is a poet created by Craig Tigerman, who is a former editor of the now defunct Soul magazine, and he created this form over 2 decades ago. Your title must only be one word long, and the line count is 7, only 7 lines. Each line begins with the same letter as the beginning of the title. Example: if the title is Serenity, then each of the 7 lines of your poem begins with the letter S. Number of stanza is 1. You can make more than one stanza though. And topic or theme, meter, and rhyme is your choice. That'd be your choice. Okay. Okay, and that was Pleiades in poetic form. Okay. Okay. And the word for today is unique, and it's spelled Z as in zebra, A-M, Z as in zebra, A-W-E-D. It's a British dialect in the 18th century, and it is adjective. And definition is dry through overcooking, and the oven any longer is going to be Zamzog. That was it. And Zamzog is Z as in zebra, A-M, Z as in zebra, A-W-E-D. Okay. Okay. I thought it was a very interesting word. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to be reading from the love poems of Elizabeth and Robert Browning. I'm at 42. We should be over this book in 2 weeks. Okay. Browning Sonnet 42. I wrote that once, and thinking at my side, my ministering life, angel I justified. Wait, my ministering life, angel justified. The word by his appealing look, upcast white throne of God. I turned at last, and there instead saw thee, not unallied to angels in thy soul. Then I, long tried by natural ills, received the comfort fast, while budding my sight. My pilgrim staff gave out green leaves with morning dews impearled. I seek no copy now of life's first half. Leave here the pages with long musing curled, and write me new my future's epigraph, new angel mine unhoped for in the world. The end. And that was Elizabeth Barrett Browning's Sonnet 42. Now I'm going to read Robert Browning's um, poem Two in the Campagnas. I wonder, do you feel today as I have felt since, hand in hand, we sat down on the grass to stray, and spirit feather through the land. This morn of nominee, for me, I touched a thought I know has tantalized me many times, like turns of thread the spiders throw, mockings cross our path for rhymes to catch at and let go. Help me to hold it. First it left. They're branching from the brickwork's cleft. Some old tombs ruin yonder weed. Took up the floating weft. Where one small orange cup amassed, I five beetles. Blind and green, they grope among the honey meal and last. Everywhere on the grassy slope, I traced it, hold it fast. The champagne with its endless fleets of feathery grasses everywhere, silence and pageant, joy and peace, and everlasting worship air. Rome's ghost since her decease, such life here, through such minutes of hours, such miracles performed is in play, such primal naked forms of flowers, such letting, how say you, be unashamed of soul, as earth lies bare to heaven above. How is it under our control to love or not to love? I would that you were all to me, you that are just so much, no more, not yours, nor mine, nor slave, nor free. Where does the fault lie? What the core of the wound? Shine, since wound must be. Okay, sorry about that, you all. I would, I could adopt your will, see with your eyes and set my heart beating by yours and drink my fill at your soul's springs. Yours part, my part, in life or good and ill. No, I yearn upward, touch you close, then stand away. I kiss your cheek, catch your soul warmth. I pluck the rose and love it more than tongue can speak. Then the good minute goes. Already, how am I so far out of that minute? Must I go? Still like the thistle ball, no bar. Onward, whenever light winds blow, fixed by no friendly star. Just when I seemed about to learn, where's the thread now? Off again? The old trick, only I discern. Infinite pageant and the pain of finite hearts that yearn. The end. And that was Robert Browning's poem, two in the Campania. Okay, okay. Now okay, we're going to get into the potpourri. Does anybody want to come on and read their poetry, or you want to have anything to say? Any announcements? Um, um, you want to come on and talk, and y'all welcome to it. Okay. See, okay. And I'll wait how long it takes for someone if you want to come on here. Okay, hello, Fu Quan Author. Is an welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you here. Thank. Okay. Anybody, it doesn't matter where you're from or who you are. You are welcome to come on here anywhere in this world. You come on in on the studio. Okay. First uh let me go ahead and type in case somebody needs a oh wait oh wait. First I'll put it I'll mark it down. Um okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay. I marked it down here. Okay, let me put it on the YouTube in case anybody's on YouTube. Mm, mm, mm. Okay. Um. Um. Okay. I wonder why. Um. I put in the poetry club too, but it didn't. Okay. I put in both. Okay. Okay. I got it. Um. Okay. Um. Okay. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome, Elizabeth Guerrera Castillo, and welcome to the Poetry Club Saturday night show. It is an honor to have you here. And I have to go on there and look because on my personal page, for some reason the comments won't show up on the StreamYard. This is the third time it's not doing it, but I can see it from the but it'll show up on here in the studio from the Poetry Club. I don't know why it won't, but I don't know. Must be something new. I don't know. I had to find out and ask them and what is going on with that. And and I don't know if anybody's on YouTube. I'll have to check that out too. Mhm. And and anybody wants to come on and have anything to has anything they want to read, or you have any comments, or you have any announcements, you sure can come on here. Or you should want to talk, you're welcome. Okay. Um. Okay. And okay. This Monday at 7 o'clock. Okay. While we're waiting on anybody coming on here. Okay. At 7 o'clock Monday. This 7 p.m. on Monday. Um. The 24th. Um. I'm having a habit chat with poet Noreen. Um. Bob McNeil will be my guest, and he's limited, so I don't think anybody will be able to ask him any questions because he only can talk so long because of his lungs. He's still not completely healed. He has COPD, and his lungs collapsed last year, so he has to be very careful about talking. So I think he's limited to like 2 poems he will do. Okay, and anybody you can come and listen. Okay, that'll be you can watch it on YouTube, the Poetry Club, or on my page. And it'll be Monday at 7 p.m. Okay. And then I still gotta um get a flyer for the Poetry Club joins um 100,000 poet I mean the Poetry Club joins 100,000 poets for change. And if y'all interested, you're welcome to it. I know Elizabeth already said she wanted to, And if y'all want to join, you're all more than welcome. Because it was great. We had a great one last year. It's always been great. It's been awesome, And I enjoy doing this, and that's when it will be the host with me too, because I had asked her last year, I think it was, if she'd be the host with me every year, and she will. She said yes. So okay, hold on, you all. Hold on. Okay. I think it's my allergies. I'm not. I think it is. Sorry about that, you all. Okay, and while I'm waiting, oh, and if y'all okay, and I'm enjoying StreamYard because StreamYard is having all kinds of new stuff going on, and and um and they're always having adding new stuff. So I'm loving StreamYard, and I'm finding out if you go to new.streamyard.com, you'll find all the things that's going on with them, the new stuff they're adding on. And right now, they adding on where I can reduce the noise. I can do that for um, and they just put that up there. And there's something else. Oh, and when guest comes on here, they can write a comment. They can read the comments on here too, or post a comment. They can post a comment now on in the studio. Okay, okay, okay. So the announcements we have is okay, Franco Flavius and Antoinette and Flat Francine has a show called The Real Stuff Podcast, the Poetry Corner, every Friday at 11 a.m. to noontime on Reggae Nostalgia channel on YouTube. And there's a lot of things going on Reggae Nostalgia's channel. So check it out on YouTube. Okay. And Gina Storm and Brother O and Enigmatic and Nina Purple has a show called Voices Behind the Pins every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. TalkShoe.com/show/poet radio station. Okay. And also, Gina Storm has her own show coming. She's a host with someone else. That'll be tonight. Also, at 9 p.m. Wait, well, it's not every Saturday. I think it's every second Saturday. Anyway, gotta check it out. And she has something going on every night of the week on a show, and they're mostly on Clubhouse. Okay, okay. If you want to read your poem on Voices Behind the Pins, you can call in too. And Nyla Alicia has a show called Speak Easy Cafe every Thursday night from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Block Talk Radio. And that is an awesome show. And you can go, that's mine and Jerry's favorite. We've been going on there for years and years. And if you want to read your poetry, you can. You can just call in. And you're limited to 2 poems on there to read. And okay. Okay, and Honey Parker has a show called Poetic Expressionsies on Outworld Fleet Radio Station every Sunday and Wednesday from 11 p.m. to midnight, and on Outworld Fleet Radio Station. Wait, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. And Okay. And if you haven't seen any of her shows, you can go on there and listen to them. I'm not sure if she's going to do any more new shows. I don't know, but that's up in the air. And I'm really not sure what's going on with that. And if you need a um oh wait oh if you need a okay, hold on, you all. Okay. Sorry about that, you all. If you all need a life coach and you get with Honey Parker, she is qualified and and she is experienced at it. She's a pro, and I would recommend her and get in touch with her for the price. And and she also sells oils. So if you want some oils, and go and she prays over everything, so that is a plus to me. So go check her out. Okay. And Craig Kirkland, um, he has a YouTube channel called Great Amnesia on YouTube, and go check him out. You can watch his past the TDP shows with Amnesia the Great, all the shows on the past of him, and they're awesome to listen to. So go and check him out. And I think he's still on the tour of the East Coast. On his he's on the tour of his book, Don't Cry. So go check him out. He's reading his poetry, and you can hear him reading his poetry, and it's awesome. He also had movies on there that he directed, and he also acted and produced, and it is awesome. Okay, uh, and and I also have if you want to go on Kofi ko-fi.com/. Gary and Noreen. Go check it out. I have my all my books up there, even the ones is no longer available. I have one book is no longer in print, but I still got a lot of them left, about between 50 and 60. So if you want one of them, go check it out on Coffee. I still got it, and I got greeting cards. I also make business cards, and I have a customer who buys from me for business cards, and she's been back 5 times. So that tells you something. She ordered 5 times already, and I have calendars, 2023 calendars up there, and magnets. Right now they're thin magnets, but I'm working on them thick ones. And I have greeting cards, different greeting cards, and I also have customized them too. And if you want um customized magnets or whatever you want, let me know, and I will do it for you. Even even the greeting cards too. Okay, and I have gift tags, and if there's certain kind of gift tag you want, I will customize it for you too. Okay, and go check that out too. Okay, and you can see, if you want to read some of our poetry on there, you can read some of my poetry on Gary's too. Go Gary and Noreen Schneider.wix.com/poetry. Go on there, and it'll be under you'll see it where the poetry is. Okay, it's a forum. And okay. Oh wait, oh wait a minute. Okay. Um okay. 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 Elizabeth Esquerra Castillo has an announcement. She wants me to. Okay, let me go check it out. And okay, okay. Okay, and Elizabeth. Okay, hold on, you all. I'll be right there. Okay, I think it's my allergies. I got allergies. I apologize, you all. Okay, and Elizabeth Esquerra Castillo has an announcement she wanted me to announce, and she said, "Dear Noreen, could you please announce for me my upcoming my first international solo virtual art exhibition on July 28th, opening day, and my artworks will be displayed on the official site of Universidad Estado, Estado del Valle de Ecatepec in Mexico City, organized by the state government of Mexico." Thanks so much. You're very welcome, Elizabeth. This is awesome. And congratulations, Elizabeth. That is an honor to have your first international solo virtual art exhibition. Wow, that is awesome. I'm so happy for you, and I'm very proud of you, Elizabeth. Keep up the good works. And go check her out on the visuals. Okay, her artwork will be displayed on the official site of Universidad Estatal del Valle de Ecatepec in Mexico City, organized by the state government of Mexico. Okay, so go check her out. And and okay. And that is so awesome. And that'll be on July the 28th, 2023. I don't see the time. It's probably okay. That is so awesome. And we here at the Portrait Club and want to congratulate you with us, but say we are so proud of you. You're doing so good. So keep up the good works. Okay. Anybody else has anything they want to say? Um. Okay. Um. um uh, I don't know. If anybody have heard of know Stefano Capasso. Um. He's from he's a one of the best writers. Um. Um. How to Write for Success Literary Network, and we're very sad to learn that he passed away, and may he rest in peace. And He left us the other night. Okay, and okay, okay, hold on. God be my allergies. Sorry about that, you all. Stefano Capasso, um, without having the time to say goodbye to you all as he wanted. Okay, that right here says he left. It says here, if I'm allowed to read this, it's from How to Write for Success Literary Network. He left us the other night without having the time to say goodbye to you all as he wanted. And here we are doing it for him. Let you know that he tried to carry on his literary projects until the very end. And even when the body was tired, it has stopped cooperating. The poetic mind polished, cultivated, and brilliant. She never gave up. From tomorrow, he won't inspire or surprise us with new lyrics anymore. But we are assured that reading his beautiful poems, his memories will always stay alive in our memories. After I don't have permission to read this, so I do not read anymore. I just saw this, so uh, and my deepest condolences to the family of Stefano Capasso. And okay, um, um, okay, uh-oh. um, okay, um, I don't see anyone else. Look like anybody else is coming on. So if nobody else has anything to say or any announcements or anything to read, well, I'll be closing out now. And thank you all for being here tonight at this at the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show. It is an honor to have you all here, each one of you all. I mean, there was a lot of you all tonight, and and I just want to thank each one of you all. I can't remember. I won't be able to remember everybody, but thank you all. Okay. Oh my lord. Okay, hold on. It could either be my allergies or the fan. I had a fan right on me too. That could be it too. Okay. And I want to thank each one of you all for being here. And y'all know who you are. Everyone that came here today, I want to thank you all. And it is an honor to have each one of you all here. And it and I enjoy doing this every Saturday. And I will be back next Saturday at 5 o'clock, reading more of Shakespeare. I will still continuing on um oh, on Andronicus, um uh and then Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem called the Ara. Yeah, continue that next Saturday too. And thank you all. And remember, you're never too old or too young to live your dreams, and keep it up. And okay, and y'all have a good day, good night, good evening, good weekend, and a good week this week. Thank you all, and God bless each one of you all, and we love you all. Thank you for showing up. Thank you. And you have been listening to the Poetry Club Saturday Night Show, host by Noreen Snyder. Thank you all.